glory to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS of Greatmillstone. And yeah, we're gonna get started.
First verse.
Make sure y'all lift up your voices, project yourselves.
This is Obadiah, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. Yeah. It says, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise and let us rise up against her in battle.
Yeah, that ambassador among the heathen was Abdul. I forgot his last.
Gama Abdul Nasir.
Gabal Abdul.
No, Gama
Nasir.
Abdul Nasir.
Yeah. Was I believe the president of Egypt that he spoke against the Ish people, that they left black and they came back white.
It says, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
Yeah, I made thee small among the heathen. Who's that talking about? That's talking about the Ish people, small hats. And the word small in the Hebrew word, it goes into being not important, insignificant. Because everywhere these small hats, these Ish people go, they're hated because they just cause mischief. And they're the biggest drug dealers, traffickers. They're the biggest ones. They have the thing with the underground way, the underground tunnel, and they rule the world.
It says, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
Thou art greatly despised. The Ish people, they're the head tribe of the Edomites. They're the tribe of Amalek. Esau rules the world, but they're the head. So they're the ones that really run everything behind the scenes.
So-called white people.
Yes. So-called white people.
Yep. It says, verse 3, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock.
Yeah, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock. There's because Edomites, the so-called white man, dwelt in the caves during the dark ages. But the Lord rose them up, during the time of the Renaissance, that goes into the revival of the Roman Empire, because they had to come back from the lowest state to rule again and revive the Roman Empire, because we're living in a time that the Lord is going to come during the second coming to deliver the elect of Israel and to take down Esau out of power. Jacob, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
It says, whose habitation is hard, that save in his heart, who shall bring the to the ground.
Trump, right? He's a perfect example of pride, but he's fulfilling scripture, because the beast shall hate the whore. These nations, the nations of the EU and NATO, they represent the Roman Empire, but they're coming against America because it is one guy. I don't know if you saw the president of Canada. I think he's the prime minister. He's going against Trump because America is like Canada's biggest partner, trading partner, because we get a lot of their goods, especially oil and electricity. Now with this whole lumber, with this whole tariff thing, that's going on, the Canada just might shut off electricity, for the Northeast. So it's gonna cause, hell over here.
Yep. It says, verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Right.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Exalt thyself as the eagle. Donald Trump is a perfect example of a pride. You know, he represents America.
Yeah.
What's the symbol of America? It is the bald eagle. What was the symbol of the ancient Roman Empire? The eagle. So this is the Roman Empire coming back, right?
Yeah, before Biden left office, he signed an executive order making the eagle the official bird of America.
Yes, that's it. Oh, Donald Trump. What did Donald Trump just do? He declared that English should be the official language of the U.S. What was the official language of the Roman Empire? That was Latin. So it's like the same thing that happened in the Roman Empire. They do it now, you know, for a second time. So this is the revival of the Roman Empire. This is the whore that rideth upon the beast. No,
That's proof America's in the Bible.
Yeah.
You don't gotta, you know what I mean? All the correlations,
Yeah.
all the connections. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Right.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
set that nest among the stars. The SpaceX spaceship, whatever, just got basically shot down, exploded, and it might have been caused by the Lord. You know, it might have been caused by chariots. You know, because that's not the first time that thing happened. A couple years ago, it didn't even go off. That was Elon Musk, and like they had to slow it down to see the chariot. They had to slow it down by like 8 times, and the chariot like zipped past, and like it basically brought it into like its own dimension. Basically, it warped it inside, and that's how it exploded. That they had to slow it down for them to see that, because at a regular speed, it just looked like, you know, it exploded.
Yeah.
But it was about to shoot out. The rocket was about to shoot off. That was Elon Musk thing, and the chariot passed, and then it imploded in itself. So the Lord is against Esau. He won't fulfill his NWO.
it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Right.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Yeah, all the
Spacecraft.
space. First of all, the telescopes, the satellites, the space stations. You know, Elon Musk wanted to set the SpaceX Starlink up there, and they want to give free internet to people that don't have it. But that's really not the reason. It's all to go with the NWO. You know, that's all it is, to set up certain satellites so it's easier for the MOTB to connect with everything. That goes into the Internet of Things. You know, what they call it, the interconnectivity. You're gonna become the iPhone, because these companies, they're like, oh, in a few years it's not gonna be the most smartphones. That's the real reason for Starlink and, you know, all those things.
yeah, they be submerged in your body.
Yeah.
You and Cook with everything.
Yeah.
So the only missing link is you.
Right.
You know, like you got a missing chain link or on a bike chain, you the missing link. Everything's already being set up, and the last link is you.
Right.
You know, your soul.
Right.
That so to incorporate you to make you a perpetual servant. You know?
So,
It says, it says, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Right. So thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So like Esau wants to fulfill his heaven, right? He wants to complete his heaven. Have first of all, to destroy the Israelites, to have the other nations in complete captivity under technology, under the MOTB, in the right hand on your forehead. Forehead is a Neuralink, right hand there's a whole bunch of companies, and there's another Euro company, I forgot the name, but it's better than Elon Musk, so I think so. But yeah, he won't fully complete it, because the Lord, he's trying to send his telescopes and all that into space, but the Lord is, you know, destroying it. So he won't fully complete his NWO. He wants to have the world, you know, tripped, but the elect won't take it.
Real quick, this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. It says of Revelation 12:7, and there was war in heaven.
Yep.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon,
Right.
and the dragon fought and his angels.
Right. So that war in heaven is not talking about war in the actual spirit world. The heaven, there's different definitions of heaven. You have the spirit world, you have the atmosphere, and then you have space. That heaven's talking about the atmosphere. Because when the Lord comes back, he's gonna come back, and these nations are gonna all form, we call it an alliance, to come together to fight against the Lord. But they won't prevail because they're gonna be scared. That's in 2nd Ezra 13.
Yeah.
They're gonna be scared, but the Lord is gonna put it in them to do it anyways.
It says, and prevailed not.
And prevail not. Means they're not gonna overcome the Lord. Because guess what? The Lord made you proud. The Lord gave you the technology to come up against him. The Lord gave you the technology to come up against him because he controls you. He's the potter and we are the clay.
Yeah.
You're the vessel fitted for destruction, and we're the vessel of righteousness.
Yeah.
So he made his own enemy. Apostle Gabar said that, like, how bad that is for, the Most High had to make his own enemy. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy, bro.
Created people to hate him.
Yeah,
So he could destroy him.
yeah,
For his pleasure. For his name to be exalted.
Yeah.
That's all it's about.
yeah. For his name to be exalted in us, the Israelites, and of course, Yahushua and the angels.
It says that prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Revelation 12:9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil
Yep.
and Satan.
The great dragon was cast out. The dragon was the ancient Roman Empire. Who ruled the ancient Roman Empire? The Edomites, the so-called white man. Who's ruling today? Every recorded president was an Edomite, right? Well, we know, of course, you had Jake's, was it John Hanson or something? But he's not recorded as being a president. The first president is George Washington, recorded. So the so-called white man rules the world, but he was given rulership by Yahushua.
It says, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
That's Esau. The serpent, go back into the garden.
Yeah.
When he had pigment, he deceived Eve, and Eve brought all that weirdo witchcraft and feminism and vain philosophies to Adam, and then she convinced Adam through, because she's a woman, women deceive men, and that's how, Adam fell through Eve. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, which deceiveth the whole world.
Deceiveth the whole world. Right now, they're deceiving the whole world, but the world is beginning to wake up. What do you call them? Truthers?
The truthers?
Yeah, truthers. Even Edomites are coming out and speaking against, the elites, even though they're Edomites. That own tongue shall fall upon thee.
Yep. It says, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yeah, he was cast out into the earth. That means the Lord Yahushua and the angels, it will be nothing for them, because through the power of the chariots, he's going to turn them into dust, into smoke. Like, literally. That's it. Cast down into the earth. Not even a dead body is going to fall. It's just going to be ashes.
Yeah,
it's going to be sprinkled into the atmosphere.
Right in the wind.
It's crazy, but it's true. It's actually going to happen.
Right. They show you that in their movies. Independence Day, They got plenty of movies. They show you War of the Worlds, where Esau's army didn't stand a chance against what they consider aliens, which, the higher comes
dust. That's what the Most High going to do to Esau, America, and all his enemies. They're going to go to ashes and dust to dust.
That's not all.
Dust shall not return.
That's right.
In the book of Eli.
It says, that was it.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, and who is that? The so-called white man is known for having a forked tongue. He's known for saying one thing and doing something completely different. You know, like, I'll make a contract with this brother that, you know, if he works 40 hours for me, I'm gonna give him $1,000. But then at the end of the week, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll have it by next week. And then he end up works for a whole month for me. And then I fired him. That's the so-called white man. He's a deceiver and he doesn't keep to his word.
Right.
Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. That's the so-called white man. When the conquistadors came here, you know, the Israelites, the native tribes, Native Americans, you know, Issachar, Aztecs and all that, we took care of them. But they turned against us because you know, he used our kindness against us. That's it. And also he used the traders that was amongst the tribes to actually come up against the Israelites. That's really how they were brought down, to be honest. Yeah, the sellouts. And it wasn't only just among us. It was among all the tribes. You had sellouts among Issachar, Gad, all of them.
In West Africa, you had Jakes, that's who Jakes and Syria.
Yeah.
It's no different than you know, the LeBron James and whatnot. They sell their souls for riches and shit.
House niggas, field niggas. House niggas, they want what Esau has. Field niggas don't want nothing to do with Esau. They want their own.
Oh yeah. Just like one more thing. As you said that, Michael Jordan is like the most respected so-called African American basketball player, right? He's a Judite from the tribe of Judah. He's into the prison industrial complex.
Oh yeah. That was part of his deal.
He don't. To be honest, he don't even like Jake buying his sneakers.
Yeah, he don't like
No,
niggas.
this dude hates his own people.
Yeah.
But we worship, well, Jake's in the world,
Jake
you know, they worship him for his ability and his sneakers. You know, he got the new J's.
Yeah.
But he's with the enemy because he gives millions of dollars to Esau for prisons.
Yeah.
The profit of what they doing to Jacob.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what those sellouts did, you know, with the conquistadors. And it's not just among the Native Americans. No. Oh, it's not just amongst them. It's among all the tribes.
Yeah.
He's not the only one. You got plenty of Jakes that got money that's doing that. You got a club known as the Black Boule.
Yes.
You know, which is, you know, the LeBron James, the TD Snakes, all the leaders, the heads of our people that have some form of influence and money and power, you know, that Esau basically buy out, you know, to push their agendas amongst our community. You know, that's why you got a big nigga like LeBron James. You see him wearing a wig and wearing a dress, you know. This is to push a certain agenda on our people, to keep us destroyed and downtrodden.
You had the dude Meek Mill say in one of his songs, I'll poly with the billionaires, but they know I got the influence. You know what I mean? So that's what they want. It's deeper than money. The money, a blank check. Gillian Wild was in it. The Jewish cat that signed them, they said he had a blank check for him. And you already know what that means. You know?
Yeah. That means they could buy you.
Yeah, and the money don't matter. It's the influence, the views, Castanet and them. That's for the young generation. The streams. You know what I mean? It just distracts you from what really matters, which is the Lord. That's all it is. Everything outside of this truth is the big distraction.
Satan working
That's
on
the,
Yeah, that's Satan. Yes.
that's the meaning of power.
Yep.
Power means the ability to influence people, places, and things.
Yep.
That's what power is. That's why they, like I'm saying, they don't care about the money.
Yeah.
Even I remember Rothschild said that. He said, "I care not who makes the laws.
Yeah.
Just give me control over their banks so they money.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to need money."
That's where you, like you said, power. You got some money, it's gonna sway a person, the influence.
Get the scriptures. Get the scriptures. Get the
I got a scripture right here. Okay.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Right.
The war was in his heart.
War is still in his heart. War is still in, because this guy Elon Musk again. We're gonna bring these people up again.
They're the hot topic.
They're the hot topic, and they're fulfilling prophecy. This guy say you wanna pardon George Floyd's killer.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's a spitting Jake face.
George Floyd, or someone of them Jakes
Somebody
that died
fact check
killer.
that.
What?
He wanna pardon him.
Oh no. I just saw it. They said he ain't part of it.
He's not doing it?
Yeah, he's not doing it.
But he's for white power anyway because he did this shit, you know.
Come.
Alright. That's it.
But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil,
Yeah.
yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, his words are smooth. Smooth meaning he make you feel good. You know, someone is drawn, you know, to someone that makes them feel good. You know, like how you seduce a woman.
Yeah.
It's the same way like how you seduce someone into making them do something that you want them to do. You know, like it goes back to influence.
Yeah.
But that power can be all aggressive. You know, you have to come with wisdom, and that comes with being smooth. You know.
They said the serpent was more subtle than any beast in the field.
Yeah.
He was clever and crafty.
Yeah.
Like you said, so it's deeper than just aggression. He still know how to sway you, influence, like doing this.
Yeah. That's what we talk about in the law when it talks about enticing a maid. You know, that's what Esau does to the nations. He entices them and forces them to sin.
Yeah, that's all they call wine of the wrath of fornication. Made the other nations drunk.
Get that.
Like I said, real quick. This is Matthew 16 and 26, where you were talking about a little earlier. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
Right.
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Yeah, in exchange for your soul. Let's get this straight. You know, Esau can't literally take our spirits and put chains on it.
Right.
You know, that's talking about who you are as a person, what you stand for. You know, your morals, you know, what you can do and what you won't do. You know, once you're able to buy someone off, then you have control over them. You know, that's what it's talking about.
Am I saying real fast? Proverbs 12 and 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
Yeah, the righteous, the Israelites, are more excellent than his neighbor. The neighbor, Esau, you know, he was our brother at one time. But, you know, now we're enemies because it's prophecy. You know, so I can read it again.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. It says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor,
Right?
but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
The ways of the wicked seduceth him. No, Jake follows the ways of the so-called white man. You know, at one time during slavery, we were forced, but now, you know, we just do it freely. You know, because we've been so trodden down and beat down. Jake can't seem to turn back to the Lord because they see it as as burdensome. But they see Esau, you know, living it up, being wicked, and they're like, you know, if I do what he does, then maybe I'll become rich.
Right.
You know, maybe I don't have to worry about, you know, living check to check. You know, that's how Jake's
It never works. It never works. That's what Jake doesn't realize. You cannot live like the Edomites live. The Lord told us to separate. The Lord told us to not live like the Egyptians. Ye shall not do. Be ye holy, for I am holy. That's what the not your blessing. Your blessing is the words of the Most High. Your blessing is faith. Esau's blessing is the sword. Esau's blessing is this world. Jake always want to live like Esau. He wants to do what Esau did. That's why Jake, you know, as I said, we've been in Babylon too goddamn long. That's why Jake is all into this freaky shit. Because that's what Esau do. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lesson of your father ye shall do. For he was a murderer from the beginning. We've been in Babylon too goddamn long. We talk like Babylonians, we dress like Babylonians, you know? Because we've been here too long, we've been in captivity too long. But y'all got it.
I just want to make a point. You said the ways of the wicked is seductive. I go back into that word seduce, going back into entice and inflame. You know? Oh, you had it?
I got something real quick.
Okay, sorry.
That goes into that. This is Exodus chapter 22, verse 16. It says, and if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. Right? Because what Esau does is likened unto a man enticing a maid, you know, which is, you know, game. They call it game in the world. You know, you like they said in the world, a woman fall with what she hears, right? So, you know, the woman represent Israel, and Esau, you know, got them smooth words. You know, he got that game. You know, so he deceived our people into following his ways because he knows that, you know, following his ways is going to keep us at the bottom and keep him in power, right? So now, when you go into the word entice, the Hebrew word there is patha. And it says, I'm going to read some of the definitions. It says, simple or delude, allure, deceive, enlarge, entice, flatter, persuade, silly. And then when you keep going, it says, to be simple, entice, deceive, persuade, to be open-minded, be simple, be naive, to be deceived, be gullible, seduce, to persuade. So that's our people, man. They're open-minded. You know, whatever Esau puts out there, you know, they're willing to hearken into it, man. That's why you got our people believing in, you know, evolution, Big Bang. You know, our people into that, you know, homosexual thing, right? They're into Christianity, but that's because Esau enticed them with these philosophies, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. We are striving to be perfect, but we will come to the truth. We're preaching the word of the Lord. We're part of the elect ones, striving to be righteous. We hate this world. Oppression maketh a wise man mad. Like, the more you find out about what's really going on, like right in front of your face that you didn't see before, the more you wake up and then you're like, why am I still here? Lord, please come back. It's like you're on your job. Why? Why am I here? Like, you're just pissed off, and then you have to pray, you know, to calm the anger down. You know, you have to pray because you get so pissed off that you want to do something stupid and carnal. Because sometimes it gets too much. Sometimes you just have to relax. Like to the amount of wickedness that's really going on. Like an average Jake in the world, if you were to tell them, it will mess their day up, and they'll be messed up in their head for like 2 weeks. You know, of what's really going on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
A gift destroyed the heart, like what we've been saying before. You know, a gift goes into a bride, right? A gift destroyed the heart. You know, what is a gift? You know, that the white man, you know, gifted Israelites, right? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But he's taking away the gift now. Is aid, government aid. Yep. He's taking it away because you're already destroyed. and he used the woman to do it, and the black woman represents Eve. You know, and that destroyed our people, starting with the family structure. That destroyed our people because to be able to get aid, no man has to be in the house, and if there's no man in the house, that house is broken. So from that, our people are destroyed, house by house, family by family, then the whole nation.
Verse 8, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Yeah, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Because, you go back to the scripture, Esau is the
End of the world.
Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So better is the end of it. So better is the end. Better is this place is going to be destroyed. Better is Babylon going down so that a righteous rulership can start. Because going back a couple hundred years ago, it was nothing but murder and the R word. You know what I mean, the R word, robbery, stealing land, lynchings.
Separation.
That was sorry.
I was gonna say we wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah, we.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
We'd be on a tree.
Yeah, we'll be
Ended up doing
like
something
this
that-
fast.
Yep.
So
That looks like that showing that the Lord is lifting in captivity.
Yeah.
Because think about it, he still got the power, but it's like, how is he to be able to do this now?
Slaves can rebel.
Yeah, you know?
Your slaves ain't supposed to be doing this. Right? It's calling you the devil.
Yep.
Telling you your kingdom and your empire is going down. You know? Slaves ain't supposed to be allowed. Pharaoh wouldn't allow that shit.
Right.
You know? The Greeks, the Babylonians wouldn't allow that shit. The Greeks wouldn't allow that shit. The Romans definitely wouldn't allow that shit. But this, like the brother said, this is a testimony of your kingdom going down. The slaves are rising up. The Lord is lifting up the captivity. Because we're getting closer to our deliverance. Yeah, Jack.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
patient in spirit, because
There you go.
we are very patient. You want to know how we're patient? Because the Lord said to be long suffering. We are to suffer. That goes into patience. Whatever come upon you, can you get that? Come upon you.
Take
Suffer
suffering.
patience. Yeah.
Verse 9, be not hasty in the spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools.
Yeah, because if you're angry, you get super emotional, and if you can't get that anger under control, then you say something stupid that's gonna affect you. You're gonna say something stupid that's gonna cause something to happen to you, or you're gonna do something stupid. You're gonna do something carnal. You know, you're mad at the world because your woman left you, because or your family is coming up against you, and then you're mad at the world, which you're supposed to be mad, but then you do something stupid at work, and now you're suspended 2 weeks, or you lost your job, or you can't pay your bills anymore, so you're gonna have to rely on aid from family members or brothers, or it could just be a whole bunch of stuff.
Countless.
Yeah, that's just simple things.
They call it nigga moments.
Yeah.
Or they call it crash out.
Yeah.
Crash.
So when you crash out, hey, it leads to your death.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
go to jail.
Yeah.
You go to jail for the weekend, and then you're sitting there like, Lord, I'm sorry, and then the Lord is like, you still have one more day.
Yeah.
Still have one more
Oh,
day.
your knuckles are fucked up because you punched the nigga wrong.
Or you punch the nigga out or something, and then what he do? He back out a gun and kill you. Now your children don't got a father.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's consequences.
You can't do the work.
Yeah, you can't do the work.
Can't serve the
That's the main reason. I mean.
It's not suffering for righteousness' sake.
Yeah, that's
you
not
know? You got guys, you got Esau, like you put Jake over. I know my rights.
Yeah.
Nigga, you
I'm sovereign.
I'm sovereign. And then see women to Jake, y'all watching me
Oh,
outside.
that was
Like, nah, don't do
embarrassing.
that.
That was
You know?
embarrassing.
That's not wisdom, man. Scripture says agree with the adversary quickly. And then you gotta be at peace with all men.
Right.
So if you crash out, something happen to you, that's when you can't ask for a collection. And, I mean, we'll help a brother out, but you do some dumb shit, hey, you gotta pay for it, man. You might have to sit it out.
What's the saying? You do the crime, you
Do the time. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, the Lord ain't no genie. Oh, my son, like a dickhead. Lord ain't hearing you, bro.
Yeah.
Lord hearing those of a broken spirit and a contrite heart. You know? Yeah.
Exodus 23:8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perversive the words of the righteous.
Yes, so the gift blinded the eyes. It's gonna distort your judgment. Let's say that you're brought up on a charge in court, for something that you did wrong. Let's say that you didn't pay tickets, or you didn't pay, whatever it is that you're supposed to pay. But then you go to the judge, and then because your father knows the judge, you could give the judge bread, you could give the judge money. That's bribery. And then that gift, which is the money, is gonna blind your eyes. It's gonna distort the judgment. Well, don't worry about that. It can be paid later. It's not that serious. And then you're free to go. That's how Edomites move. Because these Edomites can do all type of wickedness. And then because their father, is a lawyer or a judge, and is tapped in with the other lawyers and judges, then he gets away with it. Or he goes to like a plush prison, which he just sits and watches Netflix all day or some shit. But it happens. Go ahead.
Yep. Read it again. It says, and thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverteth the words of the righteous.
Yeah, perverted the words of the righteous. Because if you're gonna take a gift or a bribe, that means that you've been brought. That's what it means. You've been brought. Because that gift that a person gave you, it has power over you. That goes back to influence.
Yep. That's how you got God saying the name of the Most High and His Son don't matter. You call him, you'll play yogurt. There won't be no Jacob's trouble. Because what? The bag you took, the gift that you got, it's blinding you and it's perverting your words. Now it's, there's the hell doctrine, right? Or Russia and the kingdom, they're going to rise back up after 1,000 years, all kinds of false doctrine.
Because their belief was turned over by money. We've been waiting for so long. The Lord ain't coming back. Give me this bag, Esau, so I can live good, so we can get all type of members, and then we can charge them $500 for a bargain. We could make bread. I could become a millionaire in Babylon, but I'm still preaching the word though. And Lord, you have to forgive me because you say that you're gonna forgive me. No, that's the thoughts. That's the thoughts of some of these some of these wicked Israelites. That's so called in the truth. They teach like some of the truth, but a little leaven at the whole lump. Is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I had the Sirach.
Yeah.
This is Sirach. I'm gonna start at the top. Sirach 2 verse 1. My son, if thou comes to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, prepare yourself for temptation. So if you wake up to the truth, you see the apostles and elders and the brothers teaching, you get all excited, then you tell everyone, which is a bad move, but you have to do it. And then they come up against you. That's a part of the fight, the temptation, the test, the trials. That's just like level 1. When you start coming out to camp, like a different level of demons is gonna come up against you. A different level of temptation and trials. People might see you at your job on the video, on the other side, watching, taking notes. Once you cross over, oh man, it's gonna be bad. But the Lord is gonna give you the strength to deal with it. So just different levels of a hell of temptation. Because you're serving the Lord. And you have to remember you're gonna be purged, so it's fire. Just like a fire purged gold and silver. You're not gonna like it all the time, you know, because we're in the flesh. We don't like going through hard stuff. You know, we don't like going through hard things. We don't like going through that.
That's the key though, going through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going through it. Not, you know what I mean? You just gotta go through it. You know, and we all, every brother here that attest, we all went through some shit. And we still gotta go through things, you know what I mean? But the Lord, you know, when they say new levels, new levels. So every level, you know, you can increase, but the Lord will always be there. It's gonna just be a harder battle. But you're gonna get to the point you're gonna be masterful in it. You know what I mean? He's like, it is what it is.
It's just like when
Exactly.
your first push-up, your first pull-up, it takes you like 10 minutes to do one.
Yeah.
And then like after like 2 weeks, you're like, oh, I can do 5.
Yeah, it is.
And then, you know, after a couple of weeks, you could do like 4 sets, and then you start to see the gains. Like, oh wow. Then you start to eat right, and then you're like, wow, I could actually lift this heavy thing up. Yeah.
Yeah, it become a lifestyle.
Yeah, and that, but it don't stop there.
Yeah.
Because you have to maintain it. That's reading, studying, you know, going into prayer, doing your lessons, you know, actually still coming out to camp, you know. I'm not trying to be funny.
I'm thinking about everything you're saying. That is like the maintenance of the Lord. Everything. That's how the Lord is. Like you said, once you get it, you gotta continue. You gotta keep it. You gotta maintenance it.
Yeah, because you're gonna lose those gains. Just like, because if you miss like a couple of days, your muscles start to go down. And when you start to go back and try to do those same reps, it's gonna be harder.
Yeah. So you gotta exercise and spiritual muscles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue on with it. This says, set that heart aright and constantly endure.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
You know? Because I was gonna say that gym moment, but spiritually too, that first week is like the main week that matter, because it's either like, or then you gotta start over again. But it's true, you can't start over again. You can't just keep, because the scripture said, once you put your hand in the plow and look it back, so once you, you know, so once you in it, you in it. So you gotta, it don't matter what the fuck happens. So you gotta keep going.
Step down.
Yeah. You already here. That's why this is the most dangerous job on the planet. You know?
It's not get Ephesians 6:12. It's not physical. It's not a man coming up against you. You're on the train. You know, some random guy gonna stand over you and want to fight you. It's not him. No. It's the demons that hop on him to get to you, because the demons recognize you. You know, just like how the demons recognize the apostles and the Lord. You know, it's the same thing. But when you're going through, you're like, damn, bro, I'm just trying to go home.
That's right.
But it's spirits. It's a spiritual world, you know, that we can't see, but we know it's there. So that's what's coming up against you. Spirits from the left-hand side, which you can't take out a sword, you can't take out a dagger and, you know, stab it or shoot it or whatever. Beat it up. You know, you can't lie, you know, on a spirit and cause like other people to attack it. You can't do that. You just have to deal with it.
Just to prove that the spirit realm is real, Esau knows, going back to the Vietnam War, the night vision goggles were red, and the red could see the spirit realm because the soldiers used to do friendly fire on each other in the Apache helicopters and shoot each other down, because they had the night vision on, and they would see dragon-like creatures flying. And once, it's just like that one movie, Strange Tom or whatever, that once they know that you can see them, they start flying towards you like they're gonna attack, but they're in the spirit realm. And even though they can't touch you, but they start the guys freak out, start shooting at the so-called demons or dragons, and shoot the other helicopters down. And then they had to convert over to the green night vision goggles so they wouldn't freak out. So that's just more proof that spirit realm, there's a world within a world.
I believe that those goggles are kind of banned.
Yeah, no, they're banned, but Esau still has them, because Esau knows about the left hand side. He works with the left hand. He commissions with Satan and the demons.
Yeah, I got it. Yep. This is
They get Luke 12:47.
This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Shah, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
And the armor is the truth. You know, having the word of the Lord, that's an armor. Because when, you know, if you're in battle and you don't have an armor, you just have a t-shirt, and someone tries to attack you with a sword, you're gonna get cut. You know, like literally, you're gonna start to bleed. But if you have the armor, you know, you're gonna feel it, but it's gonna bounce off because of that armor, and that's the truth. Go ahead.
It says, put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Shah, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Wiles of the devil, it's the trickery of the devil. You know, one of the trickery we were talking about before, when those demons start attacking you.
No.
Whether they hop on people to attack you, or those demons come in your mind and they talk to you in your own voice. You start to like try to deceive you to believe in something else. You're like, oh, don't worry, it's okay to eat pork this one time. But then it's your own voice, so now you have to go back to the scriptures. They're like, no, because Leviticus 11 says that's wrong. And then after a while, the demon goes away.
The spirit is just like the Amish right there.
Yep. And that's happening to armor, because the demons come and attack with deceit, and the truth deflects it.
It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities.
Yes. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. So it's the spirits, you know, that we're going against. You know, the spirits on the left-hand side. And Psalms 34:7.
That's an elder book too.
All right. You could.
It says, but against principalities.
Yeah, this principalities is a thing. Is an order of demons. You know, it's a hierarchy of demons. There's a different level of demons, just like how there's different levels of angels. For example, you have the archangels. That's right under Yahweh Shai. You know, those are like the top angels under the Lord, and they have the ranking on down. It's just like how the demons. It's the same thing, because there's order in the spiritual world.
It says, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. As it's talking about these wicked Edomite elites, because they rule the world in the vibration of Satan, because they worship Satan, and they commune with Satan. They get their orders from Satan. You know.
The cartoon, was that Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
They showed you that the elites in Hollywood sit at the table and they have a seat before Satan.
Yeah.
They show you in the cartoons.
Yeah, so it's the rulers of the darkness of this world, the dark side, the left hand of the Most High.
It says, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places. And these elites, right? They try to put it in people's minds that, you know, it's, you know, everything is of this world. Like, you know, be carnal, be of this world. But they work witchcraft and magic on the people. Yeah. So that's spiritual wickedness in high places. That's really what they do. Through music, through the media, through food. By them pumping up different things into the food, you know, that actually put demons on the food. Yeah. That's why you're not supposed to eat certain things.
Everything, the clothes.
They're the clothes.
Mixed fabrics. Like you said, the music, all the vibrations in America and across the world is fucking off.
Yeah, that's why the apostles say everything is spiritual.
The logos.
Oh, yeah, the logos.
The sounds.
Yeah.
The hertz, you know, the music.
Yeah.
The frequencies.
Yeah.
You know.
The 808.
The 808s. That summons the demons.
Yeah.
That's why nigga you hear that drill beat, and then you got the music. Oh, the drugs.
Yeah.
The pharmaceutical.
Well, which is pushed by Esau. And
Yeah.
the war on drugs is is really the what do you call it? Dispersion, like spread of drugs. That's really what it is. Because why did they like tone down on cigarettes, but then they have the e-cigarettes, which is way worse.
Right.
So it's not really a war on drugs. It's a play on words because he's the devil.
It's a war on Israelites.
Yeah, basically,
To
yeah.
lock them up.
Yep.
They just give it a different term. It's a war on Jake. What they do is they produce those drugs, they put them in Jake neighborhoods. Jake make all that money. They come, lock Jake up, confiscate that money, resell that drug out. Because what do you think they do when they confiscate these drugs? They don't just stash them up in the storage. They send it right back to the streets.
That's why it has to be a big bust. That's why they allow these gangs and drug dealers to rack up all their wealth and their drugs. Everything's done, but he's a serpent. He allows everything to build up, and then he goes after them in a big bust. He gets money, millions of dollars that they made, and then he takes the drugs and then he recycles it. That's the devil. That's the devil.
It's showing
Damn, that's wicked.
That's nah, it's another nigga show. Not Narcos. It's one of them. Not Power. Nah, it's dealing with Chicago in the cartel. It's not Narcos. It's another. It's one of them. Anyway, they showed you in that show, like the Queen of the South. One of the fucking shows. Basically, it shows how the FBI, they'll let, like the brother said, they'll let them build their empire, they'll let them build their kingdom, right? They won't lock up the kingpin. They'll get the kingpin to work with them to either bust other drug lords or take out other cartels, be a puppet cartel, just so they can keep liquidating that money.
The top four generals in the cartel is 4 U.S. ex-military.
See that?
I forgot which cartel, but they're special forces. I think it's either 4 different cartels or 4 in one cartel. They're all ex-military, ex-marine, ex-all of that, So they're agents.
The agents. They keep them in the business because America makes money off of them. I got it. Scriptures.
This is Psalms 34 verse 7. And it reads, the angel of the Lord, Yahweh, encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them.
Yeah, so the angel of the Lord encampeth round about brothers. If you're in the truth and you truly believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, then there's angels around you. We call them guardian angels. The Lord set special angels to guide you and protect you. And they're with us right now. But once again, they're in a different dimension.
Yep.
We can't see them. But we can feel them.
Yeah.
We can actually feel them.
And sometimes they pop out too. Today, literally like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, I was driving and I'm talking to somebody and I look in the sky, bright orbs pop up, just pop, look, like, and then just close out. I said, yo.
That's why he's so
Know what I
they're interdimensional.
Yeah.
Even if you look now, you don't see them, they're still there.
Yeah.
That's why going back to 2 Kings, I think it was Elisha, when the Syrians came to, I think the Syrians or the Assyrians, they came to attack the city. He said, open the eyes of the young men.
Oh,
And he opened his eyes and it said, it was full of chariots all around. So we got angels all around us, man.
He said there was more with us.
Than did that with
Yeah.
them.
So the angel, because remember the Lord said the Lord gonna come back with a multitude of angels.
Innumerable.
Innumerable, thousands, tens of thousands.
Millions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Show you how vast the Most High is in the spiritual world is, and how it's gonna be scary. That's gonna be a sight to see. That's gonna be a sight to see, man.
Yeah. Literally everywhere you look at in the sky,
Yeah.
nothing but chariots cover the whole globe.
Angelic angels.
The Armada.
Yeah, the Armada.
Yep.
It's already the Armada. That was it, though.
This is back in the. This is back in Ephesians 6, and 13, it says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand."
Yeah, sorry.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Yep.
And above all, take the shield of faith, wherewith ye may be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Yeah, the shield of faith, you know, which is going to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. What's the fiery darts of the wicked? These things that Esau's bringing. You know, these the slim that are coming to bring up. Yep. The persecution. You know, the our temptations. Those are the fiery darts of the wicked, man. Because if you don't have faith, if you don't believe in the words of Yahweh Shema Shah, you're not going to be able to make it through those times.
Sorry, go ahead.
And Scripture said wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of your times and strength of salvation. You know, so hey man, people are going to be unstable out here, man, because they don't have any faith. They don't have that strong foundation, which is Yahweh Shah.
And faith is a weapon.
Yeah, yep.
Faith is a weapon to combat. It said it. Read that one. It said above all.
It says,
real quick, sorry.
it says, and above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye may be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
That's how you quench it.
Yeah.
That's the direct attack against this establishment. Because when they come down with the bullshit, the people gonna fall for it. We believe.
Yeah.
I got faith in the Most High and His Son that He's gonna deliver us in that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what the Esau hate. That's why he want to get us out of here.
Yeah.
They watching. The elites watching.
Yeah.
They know our names directly.
You know what that made me think of?
What?
The scene in the movie 300 where you know, they shot the arrows,
Yeah.
and then you know, they had the shield wall,
Yeah.
you know, to protect them. But remember, you had the dude that was fucked up with the big back,
Oh, yeah,
the crooked back.
Yeah, the one that
He couldn't
sold
lift
them
up the shield.
Yeah.
So if he was in a race, it would have been open.
Right,
It would have
right.
broken up. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
So it shows you that, you know, you got Israelites that, you know, even though they have the shield, they can't
Yeah,
raise
yeah.
it to protect themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be in the faith, they know the Israelites, but you don't believe in the mark of the beast. You don't believe in Jacob's trouble.
So you lack the faith.
You lack the faith.
Yeah.
You won't be able to raise up their shield.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
so when the darts come, you're going to get thrust through.
Yeah, you're gonna get thrust
You know?
through.
You're
Yep.
going to fall away.
And remember, he sold his own people out.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Israelites gonna sell,
Yeah.
but they don't believe. If you got a cat, you got leaders in Israel telling you that the mark of the beast ain't what it is. Hey man, you be on the lookout, man. You better stay away from them guys. You know,
Yeah.
cause they turn your ass in. Cause when Esau come down and like we already went into the gift to strength the heart, they gonna start getting bought and sold. All that tough guy acting, that whole spirit of I'm this and I'm that and I'm a big bad wolf is gonna go out the window in that day.
They got their socials, their tax information,
Yeah.
your government name. So it's going to be easy for them to give Esau the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all our members in each state. You know, this is where they reside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Esau's still gonna use that, take the info, then he's gonna come up against you anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happened throughout history, but
Yeah.
Jake don't listen.
Yep. Tell you that was
Luke chapter 10, verse 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you.
Yeah, and that's by the truth. Set upon serpents, there's all wicked, sly Israelites, grimy Israelites, and scorpions, you know, wicked men that's so called in the truth. Because how are you in the truth? You're supposed to be my brother, but you're not teaching the whole truth. And then brothers are trying to correct you, but then you come up against them with slander and accusations and try to actually get brothers in trouble. And all we're doing is just, rebuking you. The scriptures say, open rebuke is better than secret love. So if you come a rebuke, I'm showing you love, but Jake want to hear smooth things. Jake want to do what they want to do. That's basically it.
Verse 20, notwithstanding in the rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you,
Yep.
but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven.
Yes, an hour. Let him know. He wanted me to warn him about the hour. So I did.
Verse 20, notwithstanding in the rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you.
Yeah, because the spirits, these spirits, that come up against us, they are subject unto us because we are over them, because we have the upper hand. We have the mystery, which is the knowledge, understanding of the scriptures and how to defeat them, and that we know that we're over them. We know we could defeat them by using the word of the Lord. But don't rejoice in that. Don't rejoice that they're subject to us. But
rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven.
Yeah, and that goes into the elect. If your names are written in heaven, that means you're a part of the elect.
Yeah. And the demons know. That's why the demons said, Paul I know, Shah I know, but who are you?
Yeah,
because his name wasn't written in heaven.
What does name go into? Another word is reputation. It's not just your actual name.
What you known for.
But what are you known for? And your reputation, yes. When someone speaks about anyone, they're like, oh, I know that guy, and they either bring up something good or something bad.
You're gonna be spoken highly of, or you're gonna be spoken like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or that dude a snake.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that he's a good brother. That's a good dude. Always honor,
Yeah, that goes into reputation.
Yeah.
Either good reputation or bad reputation. Name and reputation is a thing that it's synonymous. Because you want to know why? Because it's a lot of people I'm doing. You could I could be talking about a person to this brother. Yo, this one dude, his name is such and such. He'd be like, nah, I'm not good with faces or names, but you tell me of the reputation.
Yeah.
I know him. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about, but I just don't remember his face.
Yeah.
And that goes by his reputation.
Yep.
So name and reputation is, it goes hand in hand.
Yep. That's why the name of the Lord is so important.
Yeah.
The Lord is known for. The God of the Hebrews, the God that flooded the earth, the God that destroyed the Egyptians. Yeah. The name of the Most High, the Son, is important.
Yep. You say the name, and
More scriptures.
you know what he's known for.
Yep. This is Isaiah 54:17. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
Yeah, no weapons that form against thee shall prosper. Not slander, attacks of the tongue, slander, false accusations, actual weapons, like the weapons that Esau have, sword, these dangerous, violent killer robots that's being made right now. No weapon that form against thee shall prosper. These troops that's gonna come up against the men of the Lord.
That's it.
Literally none of them, because you're either gonna be a martyr for Yahushua, for Yahushua, that means that they didn't have power over you because they wanted you to take the MOTB. They wanted you to bow. They don't actually want to put you to death. They just want you to bow to them. So if you're a martyr, then that means you defeated Satan, right?
It says, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn.
Yes. Thou shalt condemn by using the word of the Lord. Just like how Yahushua fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and after Satan tempted him. But he defeated Satan by using the words of the Lord. It is written. It is written. Man shall not live by bread alone. And then after a while, Satan left him. He defeated Satan.
That's right. And that also goes into Romans 8, where it says there's no condemnation to those that are in Yahushua.
Yeah.
So, they're going to try to condemn us, in the face of the world as if we're these terrorists, these extremists, but there's no condemnation to the elect, right? Because Yahushua's blood exempt them from judgment. It says, this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord.
Yeah, the heritage, right? Heritage and inheritance, it's synonymous. So the word, the understanding of the scriptures, because it's our book, that's our heritage. It was passed down for generations, but it was done away with for a while because we're in slavery. We fell away, but now it's brought unto us again because it's It's our heritage. That's why Esau cannot come into the truth. That's why these other nations cannot repent and come into the truth. That's why, because it's not their heritage.
No. I was saying, look into the camera.
Oh,
you look at this.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You get one scripture and I'll switch, please. Get Revelations 3. Yeah, Revelations 3. Revelations 3 and 9.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. It says, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan,
Yeah.
which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet."
Yeah, and at the time when it was written, it was talking about wicked Israelites. You know, that was so called in the truth, but they were going against the teachings, you know, of the Lord. So they're the synagogue of Satan. They were pretending to be righteous, you know, but they weren't. They were coming up against the true men of the Lord, which were the apostles, you know, in the church that was formed by their teachings. You know, the 7 churches of Asia Minor and other churches too. It was all around the known world at that time.
That's Israelites today too.
Yeah.
And to know,
Sorry.
They claim to follow the laws, but they don't really, follow them. They say, but they do not. They're being hypocrites in the law.
Right.
and to know that I have loved thee.
Go ahead.
What was that?
10 and that's it.
Verse 10, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation,
Right.
which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth."
Yeah, the hour of temptation is when the MOTB is made mandatory. You know, and if you're part of the elect, you know, the Lord is gonna have it in you, you know, to have patience and to have faith in Him, not to take it, because everything is gonna be stripped from you, and then you're only gonna have, you know, your reliance on the Lord through faith, you know, and that's all you're gonna have, because money isn't gonna mean anything, because if you don't have the MOTB, you won't have money. Money's gonna be digital. So you're only gonna have faith in the Lord. And if you're a part of the elect, you're gonna be kept from taking it, the hour of temptation. No matter what you have to go through. And
Proverbs 22, verse 1, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold." Verse 1, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches."
Yeah, just backing off what the brother was bringing out. You want to have a good name in this truth, because we're representatives, ambassadors, of Yahushua. We gotta walk just like Yahushua walked on the earth. We gotta be perfect in the name of Yahushua. Through this word. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna fall short, but again, we're third in the command. If you truly believe that you're a prophet of the Lord, you gotta put off the old man and do what's right, and not follow and question everything. You gotta be a skeptic, because you got wicked leaders in Israel doing all type of wickedness.
And loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all.
Yeah, the Lord is controlling all things, all these things, and that's going back. What was that? And loving favor rather than silver and gold. That's that gift of storeth the heart. You can't. Don't sell your soul, and don't sell yourself short for tangible things of this world. You wanna stay firm with in the light of Yahweh Shah.
Verse 3, "A prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself."
Yeah, the prudent man, a wise man, seeth the evil and hideth himself. And that's what we're confessing out here, to warn the people of the evil things to come, because that's future prophecy, to say before the things that happen. What's about to happen? Martial law, the MOTB, what was that, Revelation 12 and 12. You know, the devil, someone help me about the show?
Coming down with great wrath.
Yeah, so the devil himself, Esau, Edom, knows that he has a short time. Because he if you can't see this place being being broken down from within, from Trump, Elon Musk, etc., then you blind, bro. Point blank, period.
The brutal man perceived the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Yeah, and that's the 2/3, man. They're gonna be punished with weeping and gnashing of teeth because you didn't want to adhere to the Lord's words. Y'all don't. You want to downplay everything that's being brought out, just like the elders bringing out. We say the same thing every week. We bring out the repetition because repetition is the father of learning. You know, if you don't go over it, it's just like training for something. You got to go over it over and over and over and over and over to perfect it. Even if you don't perfect it, you're still perfecting it because you're still going over it. And that's what we're doing out here. Rehearsal of the water, bro. We're rehearsing the righteous acts in the land of drawing waters.
Take it one, about humility and fear. Verse 4, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life.
Yeah, if you fear Yahweh, you're gonna be humble. You're gonna have a contrite heart. You're gonna be like, damn, I was a piece of shit. I need to turn back to the Lord and give up all my wicked ways. Even if you're gonna mess up in this truth, but put off the old man by any means necessary, because what's about to come down on the face of the earth, mainly here in America, the greatest deliverance is all hell breaking loose. And that's the warning from the Yahweh, while Yahweh shine through the prophets.
So this is Jeremiah chapter 15, start at verse 2. It says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shalt we go forth, when thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dog to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to destroy, and to devour and destroy.
Yeah, so these are future prophecies that are going to come to pass. Can you read that over again? Yeah, to destroy the 2/3, man. Like I said, if you go back to the old videos, we're saying the same thing that we're saying literally right now. You know, can you read that again? Slower again.
Verse 2, Jeremiah 15, verse 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, such as for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. And with that being said, it's like, you know, going into Proverbs, the first chapter, you know, they're going to have to eat the fruit of their own way. So basically, with that being said, 2/3 that, because, you know, they pretty much grow in wickedness, and like in Isaiah the 59th chapter, how it says like how their wife shall not be garments, you know, they're going to pretty much resort to the same wicked actions that they have been laboring since their youth. And that's why Scripture is saying, like Ecclesiastes 12th chapter, that you have to remember the Lord in the days of thy youth. But we see one thing about a nigga, is a nigga in his prime, you're going to be, you know, feeling like he's like a Superman or so in his wickedness, and then this is when he's at his peak of his age, the peak of his years, he's going to be the biggest adulterer. He's going to be like, you know, the same influences that these rappers are pushing out there. He's going to try to, you know, emulate that same level of energy. And guess what? You know, the Most High going to bring him down. At some point, he either get injured, he's going to get jacked up, and guess what? That's the time he's going to be seeking the Most High when he's in a fucked up situation. Wow.
This is Proverbs 11 and 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to buy yourself onto the chariot. There's not enough money. You could be a billionaire. You could be have the money just like an elite. You know, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, DuPonts, whatever. That's not. You're not going to be able to buy yourself on a chariot. You got to rehearse the righteous acts to be able to get on a chariot, and you got to be an Israelite. Point blank, period. Because you got this weird ass doctrine now that's
surfacing.
Yeah, resurfacing of that everyone can make it. Everyone can't make it because the law, statutes, commandments was only given unto who? The Hebrews, the Israelites. Moses was on Mount Sinai talking to who? You know, out of all the families have I known, roughly out of all the families.
Get it?
Yeah, get
I'll
that.
get it.
Come on, brother.
No. You still wanted it? No, so good. This is a Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, or righteousness delivereth from death.
Yeah, righteousness delivereth from death. And that death is going to be that second death, the thermonuclear ICBM missiles that are going to rain down on here and on the four corners of the earth. And the only way out is up. The only way to escape it is to, again, rehearse the righteous acts in the land of drawing water. And for the Israelite foreigners, rehearse the right to come back to the Lord, listen to the prophets. Even if there's no prophets in your land, you got internet everywhere. There's internet in I just spoke to my dad. He's in my old village. He's in the old village. There's internet in the village now. So there's no excuse. At this point, the word will be preached on the four corners of the earth, and then surely destruction shall come.
Showing you that global lockdown. Too,
Exactly.
you know.
So I'm from the tribe, not tribe. Look, I'm.
You are right now.
Okay, yeah, I'll hold that. Like I said, like my dad, he got good ass internet in the village, and I remember when I grew up, you know what I'm saying? There was no light poles or nothing out there. It was just, small houses and dirt roads. So no telling how it is out there now, you know?
Good.
Oh yeah, get that for me.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I'll punish you for all your iniquities.
So there's 18 nations, but the Lord's only dealing with one, and that's the nation of Israel. The Lord's not dealing with Edom, Ishmael, Moab, the Hagarenes, the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, the Ammonites. You go to Psalms 83rd chapter, the Lord shows you that he has enemies. The Lord said, I changed not. I require that of old. Everything written for our foretime is written for our learning. So when did the Lord switch up? When did the Lord say that he's dealing with everybody? Oh, well, when the Lord, Paul went to the Gentiles. You don't even know what that means. Gentile has multiple meanings.
Right.
You got to read it in context.
Right.
You got to go in the Blue Letter or the Bible Concordance. It's not hard.
A nigga gonna make shit hard.
Yeah, a nigga gonna make shit more complicated than it needs to be in the simplicity of Yahushua.
Right.
This is not complicated. Yeah, we go up against demons and things come up and you're gonna go through your hell and trials and tribulations, but I mean, dang, you're reading a majestic book and all you gotta do is go in the words and listen to the prophets. Don't just believe what we're saying, go do your own research, do your due diligence. Like, god damn.
And the word Gentile simply means nations, right? You have Israelites that was scattered in every nation of people.
Exactly.
Just like now, got Israel that's divided. You got Jamaicans, Haitians, Colombians. You got different cultures in different countries, but we still Israelites. So it was the same thing back then. You had different jakes that had different customs pertaining to their regions, but it was still Israelites.
Slaki, real quick. I was in a cab the other day, and it was a dude talking. I'm like, you Haitian? He like, yeah. He like, what are you? I'm like, I'm Jamaican. I'm just, you know what I mean? He said, yeah, same people. I said, yeah, they just dropped us on different islands. And we had like a laughing moment. He like, yeah, we all, I ain't telling him he's an Israelite, but it's like the spirit he already know, like we the same.
That's
Yeah.
right. It's different cultures.
Exactly. Why is it when every state that I lived in, the Gad, Issachar, and Reuben, they treated me like family.
Right.
Because we the same people. From the food, the music, our attire, how we conduct. What's the other one? Like sitting on, chilling, sitting on the porch, and whatnot, in the lawn chairs. Got a barbecue going. That's a Jake thing. That's not an Edomite thing. That's not an Ishmaelite thing.
Amos chapter 3 verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Yeah, can two walk together unless they be agreed? That's why GMS is set apart from the rest of these camps. The rest of these camps are going into other doctrines that's not of the scriptures, or arguing about rape, or arguing about the MOTB. That's silly because it's right there in the scriptures. No man shall buy or sell. It's in the law about grape. We're reading this. Are we not reading the same book that's in the churches?
Yo, Ak, it's a law about grape in America. You get it? It's just a law.
Exactly.
It's a law. We ain't telling them, man. This is what happens if this happens.
Exactly.
Stop being damn emotional, man. You got grown men that's emotional.
You got others they talking about, well, I don't agree with them. So you don't agree with the scriptures.
You don't agree with Yahweh Yahushua. Because the Lord, as it is written, you know, it's in the scriptures. That's what we're reading. That's what we're bringing out.
This is Amos chapter 9. I'm going to start at 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Yeah, the eyes of the beginning part of the church.
It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, are upon the sinful kingdom.
Yeah, the eyes of the Most High are the angels and the prophets, because the Lord uses us to see some stuff, and we put curses on the stupid nigga 2/3. You know, if we are the elect, Lord willing, all these brothers are elect. Are we not angels in the flesh that gave up our first estate? Are we not the fallen angels? This is in the scriptures, the same book that you're reading, that you're not breaking down or bringing out the proper information, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures.
It says, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's Babylon the Great, land of confusion, aka America, aka the North Country that the Bible speaks of, that will have no balm for her healing. This place is done. And if you can't see it, I mean, where you said that? You said that was you. You said the eggs is $18 now?
Yeah,
Eggs.
some plus, yeah.
Eggs is $18 fucking dollars.
I paid
bro.
$12 for a dozen the other day.
So if eggs is going up, next thing you know, milk is going to go up.
Yeah, all dairy products.
All dairy products.
They already said that in the news. Everything is about to go up. because of
Exactly.
those tariffs. You know, all produce, all technology, everything.
Exactly, but mainly Babylon the Great, aka America, will be destroyed off of the face of the earth. It's not. I mean, you got North Korea, South Korea, China, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Iran, soon, if not already has ICBM capabilities. A thermonuclear war is imminent. That's what's soon to come to pass. And instead of scoffing and coming up against the prophets, you should be like, oh shit, so if this is gonna happen, what's the answers of how we're gonna escape it? Because it ain't gonna be through no underground bunker. You got the show Paradise that's showing you that some catastrophic thing happened, and also missiles were shot, and they went into an underground bunker in the mountains of Colorado to live, and there's a whole bunch of conspiracy stuff going on with the president and whatnot. And you got all these shows coming out showing you about destruction, doom and gloom, you know?
Yep. It says, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will commend, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Yeah, the Lord is not going to destroy the nation of Israel. He will destroy the 2/3, and He's going to gather up the elect from the four corners of the earth. You know, the Lord. Look, point blank period. Ezekiel 9:4. The Lord knows who His gems are, who His jewels are. Salaki. Even Hitler had a quote, and no, that was not a fake quote. That was a real quote that he said. America took the jewels of God out of the land of Israel, roughly phrasing. You can Google it. So and Hitler was a so-called Jew too, you know, and he knew who the real chosen were. Deuteronomy 7:6, verse 7. The holy people unto the Lord.
This is This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah, the Lord's talking to the angels to go through the midst of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before a place. It ain't talking about going over to Jerusalem and you know, going through the small hats and the Palestinians. No, he's talking about the nation of Israel, to go through and mark them with the Thawa, the mark of exemption, to not be eviscerated by eviscerating beams from the chariots that's going to turn them to dust. Just like the elder was bringing out, from dust to dust they shall return. You know, the chariots are going to turn these people into ash, and that's a future prophecy. Going with War of the Worlds, you got War of the Worlds, Independence Day, World War Z was the zombies. That was zombies. But you get the picture. I mean, you got War of the Worlds, 1984 or some shit. There's an old one. So,
Hey, World War Z showed you like the market, the collapse, like, people running in the stores.
exactly.
Remember you seen the cop? I mean, the cop ran past to get stuff.
Yep.
That was a crazy movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They thought in that scene he thought he was gonna stop him.
Yeah, nah.
And he just
The cop was running past to do his own thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna get like that.
and going back to Hurricane, I believe it's Hurricane Harvey. I believe when the gas line, everyone was it was wrapping around the corner. Everyone was trying to get gas.
Okay, right.
What happens when they stop importing stuff to America? You saw a scare with the what's that shit in California when they were not protesting but striking. You're talking about the port? Yeah, the port. I forgot what they're long shoot.
Oh, long shark or something. Long. Yeah, I know you talking. Yeah.
So like
People was nervous. Yeah.
all it takes is just like when the Romans, the Lord, 70 AD, the Romans went round about Israel and cut them off.
Yep.
And the Lord gave warning before.
Yeah.
If you don't flee into the wilderness, you're gonna fucking die here.
Yeah.
And then boom. And that's the same thing happening now.
So like, you know who was left? Sakari. The Sakari. They was up in there. It was in-house fighting.
See?
And it got bad.
See?
That's what happened in 70 AD.
The Jewish wars?
Huh?
The siege of Masada.
Yeah, the Roman Jewish wars. Yep.
The siege of Masada, and they had to commit
And I think Acts the 5th chapter.
cannibalism. And then they offed themselves because they didn't want to be taken by the Romans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cannibalism's coming back to America. Eating your leather belts is coming back to
Yep.
America.
That's what's going on.
If there are leaves still from the so-called vegetation on the trees, people are gonna be eating all type of stuff. They're gonna be eating Demolition Man. When he went into the tunnels,
rat burger.
He ate a rat burger. He was like, man, hey, look,
Pretty good.
it's pretty good. and that's even in the scriptures. They should be eating turtle doves, roughly phrasing. You know what I'm saying? If someone can find that.
That's not for
Well, I mean, it's like,
yeah.
Talking about with the dung.
the
The bird when they were selling it. Yeah, get that. I think it's in 2 Kings.
Pigeon head, donkey head.
yeah. So
The head has less meat than the leg.
So all these things that are in the scriptures, everything written for our foretime is written for our learning, because all these things are going to come to pass again. It says, alas, in that day is great. You know, we're gonna get it out. We're gonna bring it out.
Yeah. Ezekiel 9 verse 5. And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. This is Ezekiel 9 verse 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So the Lord is gonna have no remorse towards the other people that's not serving the Lord. You know, because the verse above was putting the mark of exemption, you know, to them that fear the Lord. But the others, the 2/3, you know, the Lord told us the angels, the death angels, don't show them pity. And verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. So old, senior citizens, they're wicked. It don't matter if they need help, they need a walker, it's still wicked. Young babies, remember, Everyone is recycled. The spirit is recycled. So from their past lives, for generations and lifetimes, they've been doing wickedness. And then they're going to be born into the world 5 months old. And the Lord's going to put a spirit of a death angel on somebody to stomp them. You know, stomp their head like a grapefruit. Both maids and little children and women. So little children, they're wicked. Their past lives, they're wicked. Little children and women. So woman is mentioned like 2-3 times. So scripture said women are wicked. So these women won't get away. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark of exemption, you know, that you have to be saved, to be delivered, you know, from the destruction by Yahushua. And begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men who were before the house. So the judgment that the Lord is going to bring on the earth is starting with his sanctuary. Those that know that they're Israelites. That's where all this judgment is going on now with you know, no, with the daggermen, you know, Sakari. It's the Lord. That's judgment. That's extreme judgment, and it's not going to stop. The Lord is going to judge, you know, these other false teachers that's not teaching the whole truth, because the truth is serious. It's either salvation or no, and it's going to be because of you, because you didn't teach the truth. And I guess that's it.
So 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High.
Yep, and that, just like the brother brought out, you know, the Lord, we're in Passover season. Shit goes down during Passover season and after. And Lord willing, we get out of here this year or 2026, but regardless, ain't no 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
1,000 years either.
Yeah, ain't no 1,000 years from now. The Lord is judging the house of Israel right now. And just to prove, right, it says, read it again, Michelle.
It says, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua?
Yeah, so that just proves that the Lord is only dealing with Israel. The judgment's going to come on the other nations too, but for doing what they did to us in you know, in the past, in past history, and now too. You know, you got Ishmael, you know, popping our women for sandwiches and stuff like that. You know,
And baby products too.
yeah, for baby products and whatnot. You know, you got Ish buying up all the land, all the property, and raising the rent to ridiculous ass prices. You know, you got Esau Edom, the government of Esau Edom here. You know what I'm saying? Hyperinflation, the tariffs that we're getting the shit end of the stick, all type of wickedness towards the house of Israel. You got got us in projects, you know what I'm saying, in the ghetto, in the corner, in the worst area and the worst buildings, you know.
It says, yep, what shall the end be of them? If it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, why shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Yeah, so if you ain't following Yahweh Yahushua to your best ability, how much more for the righteous shall be saved, but the ones that don't follow Yahweh Yahushua, I mean, you're pretty much screwed. You know what I'm saying?
You know what that shows too? It's like how the righteous is still gonna have a level of fear. Even we know we did the correct thing, but in the presence of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're still gonna feel that moment of unclean and not righteous, because we're righteous through faith. So it said the righteous scarcely be saved. So when during that time, when we see the ships, we know we're gonna be praying, Lord willing, Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, pray, I'll be found worthy. So, but then too, that goes to show you that the name matters as well, because now going back to Al-Azhar, see, the Mosai shut that man up. Now, at one point, so he said a lot of blasphemy. Now he's saying, I'm not gonna put no title on myself. I'm just, brother Al-Azhar. We've been telling you just brother Al-Azhar, like, You just found that shit out. But the thing is, you know, the man committed so many acts of blasphemy, changed Yahweh Shai. It's just our big brother. You know, there's no significance to Yahweh Shai. Then he went as far as to say that the writings of Paul was not authenticated, so it wasn't approved by the Holy Spirit. And you know, then you know they was wearing hats and teaching the word of the Most High. You know, so it came to the point the Most High just shut his ass up, going to the strip club and the fucking on the night of the Passover. You know how much? You know, see the Most High get that in Ecclesiastes too. Yep. You didn't know exactly what I was. See them, and you know what too, and that's scary too. That's why you don't want to play with the Most High. You can play in the park, you can play PS5. You know, you can play with your kids. But you don't play with the Most High.
That's right.
Guys.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
And you know, and with this guy, he been doing shit for over 10 years. Talking shit, being rebellious, justifying his wickedness, you know, lying. But now the Most High got his card. See, the way the Most High deal with him, the Most High deal with him like a Rico. You know, he let the charges build up. And the Most High got his ass good. And he pretty much confessed against all the accusations. And it's not just an Al-Azhar thing. It's the, somebody get that judgments began with the house of Israel. Oh, well, bring it up again then. You guys can get it. So that's what's happening, man. The Lord's doing a house cleansing. Yep. You had General Toso Chicken. He's now coming talking shit against us and speaking about, you know, we're responsible for a lot of the bullshit that these guys doing. Now, me personally, I think he's only saying that because Al-Azhar got exposed, and he's doing this. He had to be doing it or something close to the shit. So he felt attacked because he already was saying it was nothing wrong, you know, about anal sex. So you don't know what the shit he be doing. So now shit is coming out on a lot of these guys, a lot of these leaders. They ain't right. General Yohana is gonna be next. Bishop of Thane is gonna be next because they're not teaching the true gospel of the Most High. Years of playing with the word of the Most High. Now the Most High, he's starting the judgment because before he judged the 2/3, he's gonna begin with the men that say, you know, the men that know better, the men that have the name of the Father and the Son, Yahweh Shai, that learned that the Israelites learned the truth, and they became reprobates. So they fell out. Everything gonna start with these guys that's teaching lies of the scriptures. It's gonna begin with them. That. No, before you read that, read what I.
You said First Peter.
No, Ecclesiastes. Okay. And then we go back.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 12. It says, I don't know if I'm gonna read 11 again.
Go ahead.
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed.
And what's a sentence? Sentence is judgment. And you know, it says because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. So when a person do wrong and the sentence to what they done is not happening right away, they now assume that there's no punishment for their actions. But the Most High, the scripture say the Most High is long suffering, you know, because that's scary. The Most High can allow a person to do things for like 5, 10 years, maybe even 20 years before he lay the hammer down. Right?
It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Because they start thinking that the Most High is with them. Even when they're being corrected, if nothing bad happened, the assumption is the Most High is with it. You know? But the Most High will send correction, and the Lord they're going to send correction to the point, and going to bring judgment. Go ahead.
It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, Yet surely I know that it shall be
And
well.
We see this happen time after time. There used to be a guy named there'd be a scoffer named Tony that talk shit. He committed suicide. He was a scoffer online. This was back like 2008, 2009. You see the same thing happen with Comfy. You see the same thing happen to Polite. Who else? What the name? The guys that was coming up against us.
G-Rap?
Yeah, rap the news.
Rap the news.
Rap the news.
Rap the
Mossad
news.
took his ass out. So time after time, we seen how the Mossad, he take men out. He take men out and he judge them. And they had a long, extended time talking shit. And the way the Mossad get them out, the way they name is get left behind is as a curse.
Yeah.
They don't just go out like a regular Jake. They go out bad.
Publicly.
Yeah, in a public way too. It's a public humiliation.
Yeah.
It's a public humiliation death.
Public execution.
But yeah, that.
Yep. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most
It should
High.
be well with them that fear the Most High. What's comprised of the fear? There's fearing, the name of the Lord, fearing the gospel. Like you're not just saying anything you teach. You making sure getting it right. You're not just breaking things down, making it up as you go along. You got to make sure you're teaching the correct thing. Okay?
It says, which fear before him, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that's out there that ain't right, calling themselves Israelites. There's a lot of guys that's falling for the okie doke, saying they was extorted from members of Sakari. But we've been telling you, these guys ain't right. And we've been pointing out to scriptures will make them not right, but, Jake like to put their toe in the water and find out the hard way. And, excuse me. And what end up happening, they fuck around and find out. So that's what happens. That.
It also don't know.
I got a quick one for you.
Yeah.
1 Timothy 6:5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself.
Like you see these guys, these so-called teachers of Israel, you see them on certain media platforms, and you see them, they have the resources. Jake see that, they see the garments. Jake see that and think that the Most High is dealing with them. And that's the thing. Jake look at things from the outward, not the inward. Like, what are you learning? Like we listen to these guys' videos, what are you learning? Because a lot of these guys that fall for it, those are the same guys don't take the shit, but don't take this thing serious. When they watch videos, they're not watching videos to take down notes. Because if you watch to take down notes, you won't learn nothing. You have a blank page for like 2 hours. Whereas if you watch GMS video, you're gonna fill up multiple pages of just notes. Things you can look up online, learning words, learning breakdowns, learning scriptures, learning other precepts. And that's just watching one video. Okay.
Sirach chapter 13. Sirach chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and looketh what he saith. They extol it to the clouds, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Jake look at the outside, appearance of a person. That's what be they downfall.
No.
Like you had a guy named Creflo Dollar. The name itself tell you this guy ain't right. His name was Creflo Dollar. The name Dollar is in his name, but then they'll fall for that type of stuff because they look at the big congregation and the fame, the views, and that's what they fall for. But they're not learning any scriptures. They try to listen to the rich man, but when the poor man come, they don't listen. But that's to their own demise. Go ahead.
But if the poor man speak, they say, "What fellow is this?" And if he
And we the poor man, we was called bums. You know, we was called bums. You know, we was told we don't have jobs. You know, we're bums. You know, well, we take that as a compliment.
That's right.
Because that's the only thing they could do against us is stand us with lies. That's the only thing they got. They got to make up shit. Go ahead.
But if the poor man speak, they say, "What fellow is this?" And if you stumble, they will help to overthrow you.
Go ahead.
This is Titus chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision."
Right, the circumcision is the one that's supposed to be in the truth. Now, ancient time, back in 2,000 years ago, the circumcision was the Israelites that was pushing to keep the law. But they was pushing the law, and they was pushing the law, but they themselves wasn't fully keeping the law. Okay?
It says, "Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake."
Yeah, filthy lucre's sake, meaning money, because they whole motivation is all about money. You know, and you know, and since going back to Elazar, since he went on No Jumper podcast, that was it. After he made that statement about we could be here for another couple thousand years, Mosai said, "Nope, that's it. I had enough.
Enough of this nigga.
Enough of this nigga, man." You know, Mr. Peg. He gave a new meaning to Sakari Dagaman. He gave a whole new meaning. He had a white boy fetish. You know, he into white men, which we believe. Yeah,
That's right. It says, "For filthy lucre's sake," it says, "one of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said, the Grecians are always liars, evil beasts, and slow bellies. This witness is true. Wherefore, rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith."
right. And that's what we do. You know, we rebuke them sharply. We don't got nothing personal against these guys, because we don't even know these guys personally. For it to be personal, we just pointing out things that they may error in the scriptures, break down wrong, certain etiquettes they may have wrong. We point them out, so that way other guys that's learning know not to follow these, you know, examples.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 4. It says, "A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit."
A wholesome tongue, they teaching them correct things. That's what make it wholesome. You know, because the word also known as something that heals. It also represents herbs. So this the healing, you know, is the healing thing. This truth. But you said, go ahead.
Let's start from the top of 2.
Yeah.
It's better. Proverbs 15, verse 2. "The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness."
Go ahead.
Verse 3. "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good."
The eyes of the Lord is referencing to the angels. Go ahead.
Verse 4. "A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit."
Right. Perverseness is wickedness. And that's what you're talking about. If you got Israelites that's supposedly coming into this knowledge to make a change, but they're doing worse shit than niggas is doing in the world. But just have an Israelite title to it.
Yeah.
Okay? They're doing more wickedness than Esau. Okay?
Verse 5. "A fool despised his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure."
That's it. That's the point.
Well, this is a good one. But in the revenues of the wicked is trouble.
All right. Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition."
And in one of the temptations, when he had that Passover, They had to take those funds to, at the strip club. That was a temptation.
Yeah.
Now, if we would have did it on another time, that would have been a different story. But you did it on a night of the solemn assembly.
It's like coming out of Egypt and then Jake going back to party it up with the Egyptians.
And that's the thing is, these guys, like we're seeing the end result of this debauchery Israelite spirit. This over, partying, hanging out, not taking the word serious, being worldly. We seeing the end result of it, and it's not ending good. Okay.
Verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which will some covet after they have earned.
No, it's not money, it's the love of money. Because when you love money, you'll do anything, you'll compromise your morals to obtain money. Okay?
For the love of money is the root of all evil, which will some covet after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
This is on Amos chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
That's why they hate us. And we never did anything to these guys. And we're not teaching nothing that's not true, but we are hated because, we speaking the right things. Yahweh Shah was hated. And we serve Yahweh Shah, so we're going to be hated as well. Okay?
That's why your honor blaming GMS for that debauchery.
That's it. And Yohanan, he haven't been out there since how long? And he don't want to call the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. So it's that time we're gonna close. Lord willing is edifying. I'm gonna say Kohalayim
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Bashim Kakadash.
Lord willing next week. Shalom.
6 o'clock already. Crazy.